Okay, guys, so this was a video that was requested for me to show how I do my liveries from start to finish. Um, I'm not very good at this. I'm not very good at recording videos and everything, so yeah, just bear with me. So, for instance, this is now the livery that I want to do for the H145. Okay, so what I do here is I load the picture into Photoshop, and I go over here. I select that. Let me just bring this over here. Then what I do is I choose there, and that gives me that one color here, which is that. Okay, then I just say okay, and I just change it over to the other one there. Now I'll pick the orange, which is about there. That gives me the orange color and gives me the code. I just say okay. So now what I do is I go to H145. This is just the luxury variant. We'll open up this. Okay, I just get rid of this because I don't need it. And that can stay like that. That should go away because I don't need it. So now you've got the two halves on either side. Okay, so we just move that over. So moving that now, I used the middle mouse button. And just press down on it, and you can move it around. The same on this side too. What I usually do is you can choose your different views. You can choose your left side, your right side. Okay, then you can choose the back, the front. Okay, and then you can choose also the bottom, stand bottom, and then you can click there, top. My finger that keeps messing around there, and there. So yeah, it's just basics. We go over here, and then I just reset this to default, reset that to default. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do our color first, which is the base color. So what I do is now is I go over Photoshop again. I go back to that color, and I copy that code, okay, and I go back to Blender in the color, right click, okay, that's basic. So I click there, and then I paste it. Alright, there's the color. So then on this side, I just go F, make it bigger, okay. Then I go on top, I choose fall off, no fall off, stroke, space, line. Okay, so now what I do is I click, normal click, drag it across, leave it. Normal click, drag it across, leave it. So you'll see on the right hand side now too that it is now busy painting the helicopter as we speak. This is just the base color. There we go, almost done. You don't have to worry about these lines because you zoom in and zoom out, you'll see the line is gone. So there's the helicopter now painted. So now we can move that over slightly to that side. So there's the helicopter painted now. So now we'll go back to Photoshop. We'll close over that, and we close that. We go back to Photoshop, and we go cancel. And then we see we need to do a black edging diagonal in front and around the windows. So we go back to Blender, zoom in, and move that over to there. So now what I do is to draw lines, and it needs to be black, so I'll click on this here, change this over to black. Then I go up to stroke, line, curve. I leave that as is. I'll make the radius 2, and that's it. Now you got to, when you put these things down, you need to press the control button and then the left click, you'll see a dot appears. If you see it, you can delete that. So what I do is I put the dot down, I just move it to there. Then we will see that the curve goes up that way. So I'll just do another one there, and then that one there. Press Control again, click, hold, pull. See what I'm doing now? So we just move it up slightly, and then we'll move this one to there. Move that one over slightly so I get the bend. So you just gotta play with it till you get it right. So then what I do is on the side, I go click it, there, click, there, click, left click, sorry, right, delete that one, left control, there, and I'll just measure this over to about there, away, left control, left click, left control, left click, so that's there like that. Now what you can do is on some body parts, on some helicopters, you can put symmetry on. Other ones you can't. Also, when you do symmetry, you cannot use symmetry for most layers as well. Layers for decals, because what happens is then when you do symmetries on one side, you do say you do a text on one side, then it goes reversed on the other side. So that is fine. Then what I do is I go to the line, control, normal click. There's drawn the line. Okay. So what I also want to do is I want to get the handle colors, the colors that they were. So if I go back to Photoshop, you'll see it's like an orange color. I'll go back to that color there. Then I'll select that orange there. There, which is that. Control C. So okay. We'll go back to there. So now what we do is if you go and click on the X to change the view, you'll see the black line is on the other side as well. It's there. It's there. You see. So now what we do is we'll delete this. I haven't figured out how to delete all of them yet, so I delete them one by one. So now what we do is we can paint this on the inside. So I go back to stroke, curve, then I go to line. Now here you can paint, you can press F and you can make it bigger or smaller, just moving your mouse. Press F again, and click. So what I do then is I just go to there, cover all of this. I'm not doing a full livery as we speak. I'm just doing this so you can see what goes on. So now I'm painting the line. I want to get in here, move it over. So there we got that. So now, let me just see if I can see that on the other side. Oh boy, oh boy. I see now what I've done is now because I've painted over in black, you can't see the handles. But okay, no, it's fine. Not going to stress about that. So, right. Let me just go down here so we can get this in as well. And close that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do that line. So I need to go back over here, there, there, Control V, paste that code, which now gives me that. But we need that orange color because I can't see the door handles now. So go back to Photoshop, go over to there, select on the orange, right click, copy the code. Can minimize that again. So there, there, and then paste the code, done. So now we've got the orange. So now we need to go see those lines. So we see that the orange starts there and it goes curves up, down, up to there. Okay? So what we do, we can go back to stroke, line, curves. Again, we can make that maybe, let's make it 3. And just see if the line is big enough. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take Photoshop, move us over to my other screen, so I can just see more or less what is going on. Do okay, so there. So we're starting more or less. That goes to there. That goes to there. More or less there. So there. Then it curves up and it comes down to halfway between the door. More or less there. So what you do now again is Control. Okay. Then you go right click, hold, and drag. So then I can click there, right click, and I can move it over to more or less there type of thing, like that. And then the other one goes up here to the window, which is there. So you go back here now, click on the triangle, go there, control, left click, oh sorry, right click, drag, let go. Now you can click there with the right button, okay, pull this down. So now I get that curve. See, that's going through there, more or less. Yeah, through there. So that is now the curve that I want. And what I do is control, left click, go away. There's your curve. But now you see that line, that curve is not nice there, that line. So what I do is I control Z and click here and bring it down slightly. And then left control, left click, and there's your line. This end part here I can touch up as well, it's fine, it's not a problem. So that's how I get my lines. So now once all of this is done, so and I also say, for instance, I want to put my labels in. So what I do is I do my labels through Photoshop to get all the text and everything. So we just bring this down here, bring it to there, so you can just see. So what I do is in Photoshop I go make my label. So you'll see that I've got a file that looks like this. It's blank. It's clear at the back. I remove the backing so the backing doesn't come in. There's no color. So I just do my text in Photoshop, the right color. I make them slightly big. I change the right color. Okay, and I get that in. So that's fine. So then what you do here in Blender, come here, the bottom, where it says texture properties, click there, click new, click open. So now then you go to that texture problem, the texture file, and you go there, I go new folder, there one there, and I say open. Then I go to the top, up here with the spanner, scroll down, reset the white, reset the black, then you go to texture, view plane, change it to stencil, reset, and mix aspect. And then you'll see that is done. Symmetry, symmetry we can go off. Why didn't it add it now? I don't know why I didn't add it now. That's weird. Okay, let's try that again. Options, new, open. Go to that, that, find, go to there. That is set on stencil. I don't know why it's not adding it now. Huh, that's weird. That's really weird. It's the first time I've even had this now. Oh boy, oh boy. Give me a second. Let me just do this quickly. Okay, so I had some issues with the other one, so I just brought my other one in. So you can see the writing is on here now. So normal, like what you do again is you go to open, then you open that file that I showed you with a blank background, and you can go open. There you'll see it's there. So what you do is you go up to tools, come down, go to mapping, you set it to stencil, reset transform, image aspect. So then what happens is you get that. That's the two writings that I did now in Photoshop. So what you'll do is you can zoom in, and then what you do is you just get your size. You press Shift and then left click. Does that? Okay. Control. You can rotate also with left click. Okay. And then if you do Shift, you go up and down. So zoom in. What's the name? And so you want to put it there like that. Okay. Then you obviously you'll go choose your color. Let's just say we want to do it in red. Um, so you don't change any colors in here. Just reset that and reset that. You always paint over these things in white. So you can paint over it and then you leave it. And there it is. Done. So yeah, I find it easier to rather do all my logos. Logos the same thing. Um, I'll show you, for example, if you bring, I'm just going to bring in any logo here quickly. So go open, go back to there, go to new, go to open. So you've downloaded a picture or logo, okay? So let me just go here to the UH1, and we'll go to the rescue, and then go same thing. So you got a logo like this, okay? This has been downloaded. I download PNG files, or I make sure that it's got a clear background. So you open that one. There's the logo. Same thing now. The shift, you can make it bigger, smaller. Okay. I usually edit these things in what's the name. So what you can do is now is if you put the logo here, just make it slightly bigger so you can see. Same thing. Go to top there by brush, make sure it's on white, reset image, image aspect. Now it's gonna make it bigger again. So left click that. So then all you do, make sure again you're on white, and you can always change your brush size to bigger or smaller. It doesn't matter by pressing F and left click. Okay, when you find your size, leave it, then just draw a line, paint it. Go back, we can zoom out, move up, and there's your logo painted on. Um, so yeah, I hope that helps. So now once this is all done, okay, then I go over to this side here. Then here I will go image, save as. But now first what I do, let me show you in the folders. If I have my folders, so you go to where the paint kit, you'll see I've got that one, there's the other one. So what I do is I create a folder, okay? And then inside that folder, I create a new folder. Inside this folder is where all my logos go, okay? And inside here is the template and then the what's in it, the file. So what you would do is um, over here you would go file, save as. Okay, I'm not going to save because it's going to overwrite it. You create your name, which is here, and then you click save. Then what you do on this side, you go to image, save as, and then you go to that folder that you made, not in the new folder, one next to it, and then you save it. So that is all done. So we'll close that up quickly, go and save. So for instance now, we'll go to that one. That is the picture. There's the picture that you saved. Okay? But now it's got to be in DDS format. So what I do is move that there, and then we'll open up Photoshop and bring Photoshop back over the side again. Close that. And then I do, for instance, like that. I'll bring it in. That's the picture that we did now. Then I go File, Save As, and I will click on DDS. And then whatever the name is, I'll go to my folder, wherever it is, and I will save it. And then that's it. It's done. And then also the other thing is, I just download a normal basic library of flightsim.to, and then yeah, you can see. So we go to then helicopter liveries. We'll go to 145. We'll go to mine. So these are the ones that I've done so far. So what you'll do is you'll name it what it is, okay, and then save it. In there you've got to edit this file. You just put that over there. Bring this here. So you can see the manifest file. You've got to edit. Then you go to some objects, airplanes. You got to name again your folder you named in the beginning. You got to name it here again, and then there. This you need to change to whatever you want to call it, and make sure you remember what it is. So here you would now put the title of your library in here. Like I said, your texture, you need to make sure that it says the same here as what it says here on this side. Then you put in all your other stuff here, created by da 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 da. Manifest, same thing. Title, you put in your name there. And if you've created the library, you put that in there and you save it. Then here, you got to make sure you're right. So the name that you named your folder there, you have to change that in all of them. So what I usually do in Notepad, I go there, and I press Control F, and I say replace. So whatever that name was, and whatever my name in my folder was. So if that is a different name, then I will then paste my folder's name here, and then I say replace all. Then it replaces all, and it saves you doing it one by one. The same with the texture. You do the same thing, go Control F, you come back here and make sure your name is the same, and then you change all of that, and that's it. Once that's in, then I go in game and go see that the library's worked. If it hasn't worked and it gives me errors or something, then I come back to those files, and then I double check to see if I've made a mistake somewhere or I've renamed something the wrong thing. So yeah, there you go.